Hello and welcome to another episode of The Tipping Point, a UFC stat show right here on the Monk Maddox channel. I am your host, Monk, aka The Monkmatician, and in this series, we are looking at one specific fight, and if you just don't know which way you're going, maybe Mackenzie Dern, maybe Marina Rodriguez, maybe, I don't know, someone help me. That's where I come in. I'll show you all those stats, and we'll tip you in one direction or the other, and hopefully it'll be the right direction. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Mackenzie Dern going against Marina Rodriguez. This is the main event for UFC Vegas 39 coming up on Saturday. Strawweight battle. Marina Rodriguez did just fight karate hottie Michelle Waterson at featherweight, women's flyweight in her last fight, but every other fight she's been at strawweight, and she is, coming back down in this fight. So, without further ado, Mackenzie Dern, 5'4", 63-inch reach, orthodox fighter, 28 years old. She is 11-1 in the professionally, 6-1 in the UFC. 42% of her fights have gone the distance, and she is 4-1 in those fights. No fights in her career have ended by way of knockout TKO. 7 submission wins, however, 0 submission losses, so never been finished. Average fight time 8.37 minutes. That is 8th shortest time in the strawweight division. 8.83 ass whoop index here. That is the 5th highest in the strawweight division. Power index, 5th highest number as well, 0.47. But that chin index is not great. 0.48. That is the 5th highest in that division, and you don't want to be high in that category. Marina Rodriguez on the other side, 5'6", 65-inch reach. So she is the taller and longer woman. Orthodox fighter here, 34 years old, so 6 years older than Dern. 14-1-2 professionally. She is 4-1-2 in the UFC. 58, almost 59% of Rodriguez's fights do not go the distance, or do go the distance rather. She is 7-1 in those decisions. 35% ended by way of KO TKO. 6 wins, 0 losses. She does have 1 submission win as well, 0 losses. Again, another lady that has never been finished in her career. Over 15 minutes average fight time. That is the longest fight time at this weight class. Negative 0.44 ass whoop index, so pretty poor. 0.4 power index, 1 spot lower than Dern there, but the perfect chin index of 0. Can't get any better than that. There is some line movement here. Dern opened minus 185. She's currently minus 159. Rodriguez opened plus 160, currently plus 130, so a bit of money coming in on Marina Rodriguez. This is a women's strawweight fight that does not, or minus 210 does not go to decision, so you don't see that very often. This is the 3rd highest doesn't go to decision line on this entire card. It's a strawweight fight. Fight goes to decision, plus 160. Oh crap, sorry, I thought I muted that. I did not. Womp womp. I do not have any fighter win inside the distance or decision numbers yet. According to my formulas here, I'm capping this at almost a pick'em, you guys. Minus 108 for Dern, 52% for Dern, 48% for Rodriguez. So some UFC fight finishing data. 4 out of 6 wins have been by submission for Mackenzie Dern, and then Rodriguez has 1 KO in victory in the UFC. All 4 of Dern's submission wins have come in the first round. What a stat right there. Wow. Rodriguez, 1 finished win, round 2. 4 first round finish wins for Dern. That's incredible. We'll get into some real numbers here for you number heads. For you digit boys up there. 3.64 strikes landed per minute. If I say strikes, I mean significant strikes. At a 38.7% accuracy, she gets hit with 3.57 strikes a minute at a 61.6% defense. Striking differential of 0.07, 15th highest in the division. So pretty run-of-the-mill numbers there for Mackenzie Dern. But what do you expect? She is a grappler submission artist. She is positive striking efficiency, but not by much. 63.24% of her total fight time has been fought at distance. She has 1 knockdown on her record and 1 knockdown against. Marina Rodriguez, much more powerful striker. 4.7 strikes landed per minute at a 47% accuracy. Gets hit with only 3.26 strikes a minute at a 53% defense. Let's see here. 1.44 significant strike differential per minute. 7th highest in the division, so very good number there. 2% striking efficiency. 63.35% of her fight time has been fought at distance. 2 knockdowns for, 0 knockdowns against. Pretty much the same knockdown per 15 rate as Mackenzie Dern. Takedown data. Pretty poor for Mackenzie Dern, to say the least. 2 out of 20. That is a 10% accuracy. 0.51 per 15 minutes, and she attempts over 5 takedowns per 15 minutes. She has a 0% takedown defense. 3 for 3. But that is a function of she doesn't care if she's on the ground with you. In fact, that's where she wants to be. She's like, take me down, Marina Rodriguez. I dare you. Double dog dare you to take me down. So that's where she wants to be. That's why she's 3 of 3 as far as as far as not stopping takedowns. A very negative takedown efficiency rate, but she wants to be there. Like I said, Marina Rodriguez, not much in the way of volume for takedowns offensively. 20% accuracy, lands only 0.14 takedowns per 15 minutes, so pretty much 0. 3rd lowest number in the division. Gets hit with 1.7 takedowns per 15, so she can be taken down. 62.5% defense, which isn't terrible. It's not great either. Negative 17% takedown efficiency right there. Basic control time data. Look at this here for Mackenzie Dern. Pretty much 2-to-1 exactly. 24.5% control time for, 12% against. That is a top 10 number in the division. 2-to-1 ratio, like I said, 36.76% of her total fight time has been fought inside the distance, and she controls 66.5% of that grappling time. That's the 8th highest number at strawweight. She has a relatively quick get-up time, almost a top 10 number. Her hold-down time, obviously, you can't fight for 430 seconds straight, but shouldn't be taken literally. It's more of an idea. She has a fantastic hold-down time. 2nd in the division. 9 submission attempts, 4 of them have been successful. She throws 2.3 submissions at you per 15 minutes. That's the 2nd highest rate at strawweight. 1 reversal for, none against. Let's go over to Rodriguez's control time here. 8% control time for. 3rd lowest in the division. 28.67% against. 5th lowest in the division. Or 5th highest, rather. Let's see. Gets controlled basically 4-to-1. 36.65% of Rodriguez's fight time has come inside the distance, and she only controls 21% of that fight time. Her get-up time is not great. Her hold-down time is the only one better than Mackenzie Dern. So the few times that she is on the ground, apparently she does a fantastic job, but she's not going to want to do that against Mackenzie Dern. She'll likely get caught in a submission there. She has defended 2 submissions successfully, however, in her career. She has thrown up 1 in the UFC, was unsuccessful. Advanced significant striking data, kind of looking just to see what numbers jump out at me here. Nothing too substantial. Mackenzie Dern does have a lot of these defensive and accuracy categories here, especially on the ground. She has the head strike landed per minute numbers, but everywhere else as far as volume, it's Marina Rodriguez. And that should come as no surprise. This is, like I said, striker versus grappler. You expect Rodriguez to have much better numbers, and she does. You know, top 12 numbers, top 10 numbers in a lot of these categories here. And then we'll look at striking efficiency and differentials. It's kind of exactly what we just talked about. Dern actually is positive in most categories here, which is kind of surprising, just because she is so grapple dependent. But the differentials are nothing to speak of, and she is negative in a couple spots. Rodriguez, much better striking efficiency almost across the board. Also has a negative number, though, when it comes to head striking. But the differentials there all go to Rodriguez. It's not even close. Outstrikes her opponent 1.26 per minute at distance. You know, 2/3 of a strike in the clinch, 2/3 of a leg strike. We're looking pretty good for Rodriguez there. Striking percentages kind of just tells you if you're a headhunter or not. Mackenzie Dern, 85% of her strikes thrown have gone to the head, 9% to the body, and 6% to the legs. 86% at distance. Marina Rodriguez on the other side, much better at varying those strikes up. 68% to the head, 17.5 to the body, and 14 to the legs. So watch out, Mackenzie Dern. You better have your defense turned on, or you better just hope this gets to the ground. That's really all you can hope for here. A couple of graphs that just kind of go into what I just talked about as far as locations of strikes, percentages landed. Last 5 fights in the UFC. Dern is 4-1. Rodriguez is 3-1-1. Let's kind of take a look here. Rodriguez clearly has the striking advantage. Again, no surprise. A strike more per minute. Gets hit with half a strike less than Mackenzie Dern does. Has that knockdown as well, which is pretty big. Both have 1 takedown. Mackenzie Dern, less takedown accuracy, but the better control time for the most part. In fact, 100% for the control time. That control time, 20% to 15% against. The ass whooping index of 7.16 compared to negative 2.2. Marina has that power, and in the last 5 fights, in fact, neither one of them has been knocked down. Dern does have that negative striking differential, but only by half a strike per minute. Has a negative takedown differential, positive control time differential. Rodriguez almost a strike differential better per minute in her last 5, but that takedown and control time is nothing to brag about. Negative 24% in the last 5. Dern categorically over her last 5, trending down in almost every single category, making no improvements as far as that goes. Marina Rodriguez trending up in 2 of 3 positive categories and down in 5, but nothing too major. All these numbers are very low for the most part. Let's move on to strength of schedule. And these numbers are based on the last 5 professional fights. I don't go past that because it would take fucking a day and a half to do that the way I do it. I do it kind of based on how the BCS does college football. Either way, red is bad, green is good if you don't know the difference. And this is clearly a Marina Rodriguez category. 70s to 75 is where you want to be as far as strength of schedule goes. We're right there with Marina Rodriguez. In fact, the only number she lacks in compared to Dern is that strength of defeat. It's not too close, but the rest of the numbers aren't very close either. Dern is in the 60s, mid 60s as far as strength of schedule goes. And in fact, her ratios as well. Her opponent's last 5 win ratio, 2-1 basically. And whereas Rodriguez is 2.72, 2.56. So much better numbers as far as ratios go as well. Mackenzie Dern in the past 5, 4-1, like we said. She's put away Nina Nunes by submission. She beat Jandaroba. She subbed Randa Marcos, and she subbed Hannah Cyphers as well. Loss to Amanda Hebus. 3-round decision. I almost said 5-round decision. And it was not a close fight. Negative 10 ass whoop index there for Mackenzie Dern. We go over here to Marina Rodriguez, 3-1-1. She's got wins over the Karate Hottie, where she moved up a weight class to women's flyweight. She is back at strawweight, as we said, in this fight. She does have a win over their common opponent, Amanda Hebus, however, and it's a knockout win. So very good look there. Lost to Carla Esparza, draw against Cynthia Calvillo, and she did beat the Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres by unanimous decision. See, she has 1 finish win in those last 5, and that was the Hebus victory. So looking pretty good there. Some pretty good records for these 2 ladies. I think I was sleeping on Marina Rodriguez in her last fight, and who was it? No, I don't remember. She didn't dominate Karate Hottie. It did go all 5 rounds. Maybe I'm thinking of the Amanda Hebus fight. I was sleeping on her at one point, and she just dominated. It must have been the Amanda fight, and she smashed her. And I was like, oh, that's who Marina Rodriguez is. So this is going to be a good one. Let's take a look at some graphs here before we wrap it up. Mackenzie Dern trending up in striking, but still below her opponent by about half a strike in the last 5. Takedowns, she is trending way up there, but still her opponent's much better. But like we said, she doesn't mind being on the ground. Control time is very even, where she is trending way up, opponent's trending down, and she's got them beat by about 5% there. So some okay graphs for Mackenzie Dern. Honestly, her striking is better than I was expecting it to be. We'll see how she does against a true striker like Marina Rodriguez, though. Speaking of, her striking is above her opponents by almost 1 full strike per minute, trending down. She's also trending down in takedowns, basically to 0. But you don't expect, the striker to have too much takedown game there. Control time also very poor. And I don't know how those numbers are going to line up against Mackenzie Dern. If Mackenzie Dern can take Marina Rodriguez down, this is going to be either a short night for Rodriguez or a long night for Rodriguez. She might get the first sub loss of her career on this one. But on the other hand, if Dern is unable to take Rodriguez down, Rodriguez is going to be able to just piece her up there with the reach and the height. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I know it's called the tipping point. I'm trying to tip myself here. Visual statistical recap, and that's not anything crazy to tip yourself. Guys, don't tip yourself. Basic fight metrics. Rodriguez is looking great. I mean, except for the grappling control, the striking defense, otherwise she is looking fantastic. But a big part of that is the takedown game. And again, a broken record here. Mackenzie Dern doesn't care if you take her down. She probably wants you to. And here we can see both ladies never been finished, and these are pretty much exact opposites. Both ladies never been finished. One of them has wins by knockout, the power index, and one of them has no power numbers and has a sub index instead. So pretty much opposite graphs there. Dern with the better win percentage overall. And then the strength of schedule goes to Rodriguez, except for that strength of defeat, as we covered, and it's not really that close. And then we'll finish it up with the aggregate win, loss, and finish rates here. These just kind of tell you, they kind of help me decide if a fight is going to go the distance or not. So on the left-hand side, we have all the finishes in their career. 86% win percentage, 48 finish percentage, 56% of finishes in wins, and then neither one has ever been finished, as we've said ad nauseum. And then once you get into the UFC, those numbers do drop, as you expect. Best of the best, upper echelon, yada yada. Still, 50% of their wins have been finishes. So honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking, at first I was thinking this was a Dern sub or pass kind of fight. If she can't take Rodriguez down, this is going to be a big problem. Let's see here. As we said, Rodriguez not great takedown defense though, 62.5%. But Dern only has like 10 or 20% takedown offense. So it's really going to be a battle, I think, of those two things. I'm definitely going to have to do my fight tape still on this one. This could really go either way. Dern has come up short once in the UFC, but she's also surprised me in good ways coming back from that. So I really don't know what to do. This is the tipping point. I'm supposed to tip myself, but I mean, she's rattled off 4 straight against some really decent opponents. There's nothing to tell me that she's going to get stopped here. She's never been knocked out. I don't see Rodriguez doing that to her here, but she does have those 6 knockout wins. I don't know, guys. As of now, I think I am leaning Mackenzie Dern a little bit here. I just see a wider path to victory than I see for Marina Rodriguez. I just see the subs happen. The sub chance. That's kind of how I see this. Dern by sub. Don't really see Marina Rodriguez finishing Dern on the feet. This is going to be a close one. I am pretty excited for this fight right here. This is going to be a banger of a strawweight fight. So we'll wrap it up there, guys. I really appreciate you spending time with me. I hope I tipped you in a direction, or at least my numbers did. I know I wasn't very convincing to one side or the other. But I think I'm right with my cappy numbers at about 52%, 48%. I got to do my fight study to see if I can change those numbers at all. But hopefully I tipped you in the right direction. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Starring John Ritter. Stay tuned for another edition of the Tipping Point, where I believe I'm doing Charles Rosa and Damon Jackson, just because I'm so interested in the numbers for that fight. My formula says, the money should be on Charles Rosa, but everything else, I mean, that line is completely flipped. It's the one line, I think, on this card that's completely flipped. So be on the lookout for that. Check out my full card breakdowns. I did a prelim breakdown and a full card breakdown. That is posted. It's already out, released live by the time you're watching this. So be sure to check those out. Pair it with your fight tape and take money from those MFing bookies. They don't deserve it. You deserve it. Take it back from them. Put it in your wallet. Thanks a lot, guys. Watch those other videos, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good week. Peace out.